Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Kraven the Hunter because somebody has to. It's looking like this movie is going to do worse than Madam Web, which did worse than Morbius. And this is the fart of an ending of Sony's Spider-Man villain universe.
Well, they must have known it was going to do bad because they announced that they were going to end it after this before the movie came out.
Yeah, I think they're like, yeah, there's no way.
I'm not surprised it didn't do well.
Like, what? Who? I mean, seriously, who does this? Like, you got lucky with Venom because Venom
quasi-popular.
Is popular, right? You can get away with it. Just like with Batman, like if you do a Joker movie, except for the second one, or you do a Catwoman movie, except for the Halle Bailey one. But if you did a good Joker movie and a good Catwoman movie, you could get away with it. You do a good Penguin show, you can get away with it. And those are the marquee villains everybody knows, right? But if you did like a, you know, not to single out Bane, but you did like a Court of Owls movie or a Bane movie or something, that these are like the, you know, not exactly the top shelf, you know, Batman villains, nobody would go see it. And the same with Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man has a couple of memorable villains for normies, and that's, you know, Green Goblin, Doctor Octopus, and Venom. Basically, that's what the normies know. The outside of that's mostly, you know, comic book fans. Kraven is not a character that a normie who is only somewhat familiar with Spider-Man knows of. Mm-hmm. You actually would have been better off with the Doc Ock movie, because at least people knew, you know, or a Green Goblin movie or something. But they keep picking these like D-list characters, and yeah, this was never going to work. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, what they were smoking. They just thought, well, we can't use the rest of the MCU. We're going to build our own villains universe off to, like, who the fuck does that? Who does that?
They
Sony
do, apparently. Yeah.
And they're not doing it anymore. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Yeah, go out to clownfish-clownfish-.com. You can get exclusive content, you can get early content, and also we have merch. And if you go to clownfishtv.locals.com, we mirror the content out there as well. So yeah, it's not looking real good for Kraven the Hunter. In fact, Slash Film said it's going to do worse than Madam Web. That is quite a feat here. So this comes from the Hollywood Reporter. Geeky sent this one over. Sony's first... Okay, so it was R-rated, too, on top of it.
Yeah, but so was Deadpool and Wolverine. You know, so the R rating wasn't like, good. I know. I'm just saying. You can't blame it on the R rating, which is what they'll try to do. But you can't blame it on that because, you know, Deadpool and Wolverine did really well. You can probably blame it on the fact that it was probably a stupid idea to do Kraven the Hunter, you know, and no one wanted to see it.
Why don't we do a chameleon movie? Why don't we do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, God, this is ridiculous. Scorpion. There we go. Sony's first R-rated comic book movie, Kraven the Hunter, is crashing and burning at the box office after topping Friday's chart with 4.7 million, coming in behind Madam Web.
Yep. Came in behind Madam Web.
Bad. And I think they've already canceled the Amazon series. They were going to do a Madam Web or something spin-off series on that. Like, what the hell are you doing? I think they're still doing the Spider-Man Noir, but nobody knows these characters. At this rate, the movie is expected to open in third place with $10 to $12 million. One of the worst openings for a pick based on a Marvel comic book character alongside Elektra, which back in the day did $12.4 million, not adjusted for inflation.
Right. Yeah. Just for inflation, that's, you know, a lot more than that.
Well, someday Aaron Taylor Johnson can be a throwaway joke in a multiverse movie like Elektra. Basically, you know, it's Friday's haul included 2.2 million in previews. Reviewers are ravaging the film. Audiences slapped it with a C CinemaScore.
Wow.
God.
And it wasn't cheap. They said, how much did it cost? Go back up. They said the film wasn't costing 110 million to make instead of 90 million. And then, you know, you have marketing and all that too.
Russell Crowe, he's probably not cheap, right? Yeah, so they said Kraven is more bad news for Sony following Madam Web as it tries to mine the hundreds of Spider-Man related characters it has the rights to.
Yeah.
This is just so ridiculous. The whole situation is ridiculous. Like, they got the rights to Spider-Man, but really only Spider-Man, his major foes, and like Venom are the only characters that are worth anything. Mm-hmm. Right? And you already did Venom, and it's over and done with. Sony insiders have marketed the film as an R-rated action movie pick akin to such titles as John Wick versus a comic book movie. Because the man wears a jacket with a lion head on it. Right? I mean, it's not John Wick.
No.
The studios, or the weekend's other new major releases, the Lord of the Rings
that's that animated one. Yeah, not doing well either.
It's not going well.
But it got a better CinemaScore.
And they're up against Moana 2, Wicked, and Gladiator 2.
And they said, Moana 2 and Wicked are still kicking everybody's butt. So,
oh my God, let's see what's looking like on Rotten Tomatoes. 15%. 15%.
Well, that's critical. Audiences seem to be a little bit better.
Are they, or is this because now they have this popcorn meter? And they're verified? Is it like, oh, the studio bought a ticket and then the studio can write a review?
Well, click on the 500 plus verified. And then, no, it should let you do the all audience. But they didn't. They said all audience there. Okay, so that is all audience.
Yeah. Action-packed in character.
Loved it. Very entertaining. 5 stars. But I'm sorry, I questioned all the 5 stars all of a sudden, too.
I actually quite enjoy the movie. Capital M. Yes, there was so much space to do more with it. For I enjoyed the film. I wonder if they're going to make another one this time, add more to it. Ladavan S. Really entertaining movie. There's a lot of action and gruesome kills. There were some cheesy parts, but definitely recommend. Camilla says, I hope this movie makes Sony stop making bad superhero movies. These I'm more inclined to believe. Nobody's going to give it. Here's another 5-star. The plot of the movie surrounding Kraven's character was solid. Aaron Taylor Johnson did the phenomenal, and Russell Crowe's performance as his father was top-notch. Great soundtrack. Go see it, peoples.
Simply amazing.
These don't feel real.
No, they don't.
None of these.
1,000 out of 10.
1,000 out of 10, says Nama Ganga J.
I'm sorry.
I enjoy watching Kraven. Worth watching. I don't believe these. This is a fast-paced movie. It doesn't have a single boring scene.
One of the other people who gave it like a 3.5 said they had some boring parts. But, I mean, here's my thing. I don't ever believe like half stars. I don't ever believe 5 stars. I think the truth's in the middle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't believe those 5 stars are probably valid. I'm saying.
Oh, God. Why, says Jack Martin. Candace McMillan says its weak, clunky, cliched script offers no room for thoughtful, nuanced, or even interesting performances. I thought it was nonstop action, Candace. You're wrong. Nonstop balls to the wall action like John Wick with a guy with a vest that has a lion head on it.
Maybe that was his dog.
Oh my God. Oh my God, John Wick's wearing a dog vest. That'd be horrifying. The dialogue is flat, and despite the presence of 2 other supervillains, the movie feels humorless and lacking in color. You're wrong. A dud series wraps up with a major dud. How appropriate. Kraven's a terrible movie, but you almost feel sorry for it. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Oh,
so bad you almost feel sorry for it.
You almost feel sorry.
That's a win.
Like, at least you tried, right? You tried. Like, sometimes you watch a movie and you're like, the actors are doing the best they can do with what they have to work with, and you can see the intention. Like, you wanted to make a good movie, but you just couldn't. Well,
this one, there's a solid action thriller buried somewhere in there. It's easily the best of the Spider-Man, Sony non-Spider-Man film, which is a low bar, and with a little more restraint, it could have brought out.
Could have brought it out. Oh, there we go. So, I think it's all over. Yeah, Madam Web did 15 million domestic. I think because people thought it would have more ties to Spider-Man. Apparently, I don't know what the hell they're thinking, but they're done. It's over. It's done with. We gonna wrap it up?
Yeah,
let's wrap it up. I don't know what else to say. Like, I have zero interest in these movies.
I'm not surprised. Like, I never thought this one was gonna do well at all.
What the hell is his lion head on his vest? That's why this movie's failing. They didn't put the lion head on the vest. All right, let's wrap it up, guys. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.